Hi team, how are you doing? Welcome back to another week of my sewing vlog. This year is the first year I'm going to be taking part in Me Made May. You can obviously follow the hashtag on Instagram. I'm not completely sure who it was that started the initiative, but I do know it's been going on for quite a few years now. Because I've decided to take part this year, I have been spending this week finishing off some slightly unfinished projects that have been sitting around, hanging around for the past couple of months, just so that they're done, out the way, and they're quick, easy options that I can wear throughout May, and then it frees me up to make some more creative bits and pieces here and there. So I'm not completely sure who it is that started the initiative of Me Made May, but I have seen quite a lot of different people doing it for the past couple of years on Instagram, and I think it's a really great initiative to showcase how versatile the things are that you have made, and also I think a lot of people use it as an opportunity to show them what it is that they're missing from their wardrobe. For me personally, because I wear quite a lot of the clothes that I have made anyway, like this dress that I'm wearing today, I'm not going to necessarily make a pledge and say I'm going to wear X number of items that I've made a week or throughout the whole month, because I do wear quite a lot already. What I am going to do is that I'm going to use it as a platform to be able to showcase the things that I have made, because I feel like I've probably made more things than I actually have shared. So I'm going to try and do that. When I first started sewing, because I was so excited with the things that I had made, I was much better at sharing things that I had made, and I guess shouting about my successes in terms of the learning to sew process. But now, because I make things so regularly, and I think now probably quite a good thing is that quite a few of the things that I make, you probably wouldn't know that I had made it. You would just know that it wouldn't be something you could just get from Zara or Miss Selfridge or wherever else it might be that you shop. Which I think is a good thing. It's a compliment to how far my skills have improved over the years, but then at the same time it means that I don't really shout about it. Like, someone could compliment me on a pair of trousers that I've made and I'll just be like, oh thanks. I don't even say, oh thank you, I made it, da 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 da, because I don't know, I just make so much now, it's like I'd be saying it every day. So that's why I thought Me Made May would be a great opportunity for me to be able to take those things that probably people don't realise that I've made and be like, hey, by the way, I actually made this pair of trousers, or I made this tutu that you loved. For anyone who does follow me will probably already know that any tutu that I wear, I have probably 100% made it myself. One of the things I'm really glad I managed to achieve this week was that I managed to figure out how I could get the jacquard fabric that I had used to make this skirt, McCall's 7355, to actually fit properly, because this pattern is made for much lighter weight fabrics than the jacquard that I have used, and at the top of it, as you can potentially see from the sketches, it actually requires quite a lot of gathering just underneath the waistband, which the jacquard fabric wasn't too pleased to do to start with. So I first tried to replace the gathers with box pleats, and when I did that it looked nice, but it kind of made the skirt really flat. The skirt looked fine, but it just looked fine. It didn't have any volume like in this image because it didn't have any gathering, and it was really then flat at the top, and then putting a waistband on it didn't look like it made sense. It looked like it needed more of a facing, which isn't what I wanted to do. I still wanted to try and keep some of the volume that was in the lighter weight fabrics style of the skirt in the jacquard. So in the end I did return back to doing the gathering, but because I knew my thread would break if I did do it the usual way, I decided to use the method that I used to gather the tulle on my tutu skirts, which was to use two floss. I attached the floss first onto the skirt, then I pulled it tight while I did a zigzag stitch, and then that helped me gather all the fabric together. And then from there I was able to adapt the waistband so that it no longer had a zip in it, and they would just be put on with an elastic. So the last things that I need to do now is finish off the waistband, get the appropriate elastic to put into the waistband and do the hem, and then that skirt will be done. And I'm very much looking forward to wearing it, because it is a really lovely full jacquard skirt with lots of volume on it. So I think it will probably be something that I will do again, maybe not in such a hurry, but if I can get another nice jacquard fabric that has a really gorgeous print on it, then I'll definitely be doing it again, because it's a really great way to get a big structured full skirt in a lovely print, because you can get some really gorgeous jacquards in all sorts of different prints. If I can get my words out, gosh, push my teeth in. this week, aside from actually finishing sewing, is that I've downloaded a PDF pattern. This is just all the bits, all the different sheets that I need to stick together, because there is no copy shop near me that I know of that I can print stuff off for, you know, relatively inexpensive, unfortunately. So I've printed it off here. It's about 30, 40 something odd pieces, but I think what I may have ended up doing is actually printed off 2 sizes when I probably could have just printed off the 1 size that I needed. But that's a lesson for another time. The pattern is a turtleneck pattern. So quickly before I go into the pattern, I have wanted to buy a turtleneck for about 3 months now. I was very late on getting a turtleneck this year, or any year, let's be frank. So by the time I decided that I wanted to buy a turtleneck, all the turtlenecks that I wanted to buy were either in sale in colours I didn't want, or had sold out, or they were in sale in the colour I wanted but in the wrong size. So I just gave up the ghost, and I've been trying to find a turtleneck pattern so I can make my own, obviously, and then I will never have to worry about not finding one in the shop. But none of the patterns I saw from the main pattern companies that are about, McCall's, Vogue, Butterick's, Burda Style, etc., I didn't really like them too much, so I thought maybe that's it, maybe I've got no chance of getting a turtleneck pattern after all. And then along came this lovely free pattern that I cannot remember where I actually saw it, because I was just scrolling through online, just looking at various patterns and just looking for different things. I think actually the thing that took me to it was that I was looking for some sort of sewing subscription box thing, I think. And then, you know, as you're just scrolling through the internet, clicking on random things, you just come across stuff, and that's when I came across this pattern, which is from Tessuti Fabrics. I believe it's Tessuti Fabrics, but I will insert a link to the pattern that I downloaded, and it was free. I don't know if it's going to be free forever, so hopefully the link that I post will still be there and you can still get it for free. The style of it isn't exactly what I wanted, because it's definitely a lot looser than what I would want, but it's a pattern that is a step closer to me actually being able to make my own turtlenecks, which isn't the position that I was in at the start of this week. So that's another little achievement for this week with a nice big tick. And then the final thing from this, well, too many finals. The last 2 things from this week that happened, which are also really lovely wins, is that on jacquard there was another pattern sale. So it was Simplicity this time, they were half price. I spent a little bit of money on some new patterns, and I was again very critical of the ones that I was buying and making sure that I wasn't just buying something that I already had. So I had looked through my patterns again to see if there was anything that I felt was missing since I bought all the patterns from Butterick's a couple of months, maybe about a month or so ago now. And to be completely honest, there wasn't really anything that I truly felt was missing, but I know there's always an excuse, there's always a way out to justify why I need more sewing patterns. But in my Make 9 at the beginning of the year, I did say that there were 2 body patterns that I really wanted to get, but I didn't get them at the start of the year because when I wanted to buy them in the sale at the beginning of the year, they had all sold out. So this time around when they were back in the sale, I definitely wanted to get those, so I got those. But then of course, because I didn't have to pay delivery, I then had to spend a bit more money so I could get free delivery, which makes no sense. I know it makes no sense, because obviously the delivery probably would have cost less than the extra I would have to spend to get free delivery. But like I said, there's always a reason to justify why I need more sewing patterns in my life. I'm not going to say I'm not going to buy any more sewing patterns this year, because that would definitely be a lie and not something I could stick to or really want to. But the chances are I will continue to seek out patterns on sale or on special offer, so I can at least save a little bit of money that way. You know, if I'm gonna spend the money, I might as well maximize its potential. And then the final thing from this week that I am super excited about, the Great British Sewing Bee is gonna be back in our lives. Oh my gosh! How long has it been? 2 years? 3 years? Who even knows? So applications, I believe, are now officially open. I will leave the link down below if anyone's interested in applying, because I mean, why not? because it's called the Great British Sewing Bee, you have to live in the UK, so sorry to all my non-UK followers. Who knows, maybe if it continues to be such a success, they might branch out. I don't know, who knows. I'm super excited, I absolutely love that program, and I cannot wait for it to be back. I am secretly, well, not secretly, probably quite openly, and to anyone who will ask me, upset that Claudia Winkleman will no longer be hosting it, because I actually think she's quite a nice person. I don't know, because I've never met her and she could actually be really horrible and that would upset me loads, so if you know that she's not a nice person, please don't tell me. Please let me continue to live a lie. I'm quite sad that she's not going to be there, but hey ho. Hopefully the new host person is going to be a good substitute, let's say. They are all my big things from this week. Not that much, more talking than sewing, just because the sewing that I did was just not very exciting this week. I hope you've enjoyed this video all the same. I will be doing a pattern haul once I get the patterns and everything, and I'll be sharing that with you guys. Can't actually remember, other than those 2 bodies, I actually can't remember all the other patterns that I bought, but I'm sure they're amazing and I'm gonna love them all the same. But yes, thank you guys again so much for watching. Continue to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!